All right, so now we set up for a wide two-shot. Very classic 50-50-52 shot. So Haley right now is on frame right, looking towards frame left, and Natalie is on frame left, looking towards frame right. They're looking towards each other so we can visualize a line that connects them and splits this room into two halves. And right now the camera you're looking at is on this side of the line. So now we know that we're safe placing any other cameras on the same side of the line. And let us illustrate that. So I just moved another camera that is getting a closer shot of Haley. And as you can tell, the camera is still on the same side of the line. The frame direction is maintained. Haley's still looking in the same frame direction that she was looking in the wide shot. And if Haley paid attention to the first shot, she would notice that the camera is to the left side of her, and the new camera is still to the left side of her. Therefore, frame direction is maintained, and we're safe. And we can keep doing this from different angles. So same is the case with this shot. We're still on the same side of the line. We're getting an over the shoulder from Natalie onto Haley. Haley's still frame right, looking towards frame left. And as Haley noticed at the beginning of our coverage, the camera to the left side of her, and this camera is also to the left side of her. We can do the same thing from Natalie's side. Now Natalie's frame left, looking frame right, just as she was in the wide shot. Again, frame direction is preserved. We're on the correct side of the line. Now, let me demonstrate a line cross. Let's say we put the camera here. Now here, Natalie's frame right, looking frame left, which was the same frame position and frame direction that Haley had in the other coverage. We jumped the line. A cinematographer, a director, or a script supervisor would notice this on the screen because Natalie's position and direction changed, and Natalie would notice it because now the camera is suddenly to the left of her, even though it was to the right of her in the other pieces of coverage. Okay, now take a look at this close-up of Haley. There's no reference of Natalie in this shot at all, so it's maybe a little bit harder to catch that line jump, but you can still see that Haley is now frame left looking towards frame right. So she did jump the line. This is a line cross that we need to be aware of. And we can see it because now the camera is located on the opposite side of the room from the other cameras used in the previous coverage. And Haley will notice because now the camera is to the right side of her when all the previous ones were to the left side of her.
So I can feel right now that something is wrong because I've been looking at Natalie and I've been remembering from what I know about coverage that I need to keep my face open to the camera. So my face has been a little bit open to the camera this way, and I've been looking at Natalie with my eyes on my right side away from this camera. And now I'm turned the other way and I'm looking to my personal left at Natalie. So in this case, I would say, hey guys, I think we jumped the line. This camera's on a different side of me than what it's been the whole time. Is that creative, or should we change it? Or is that creative? Because then that opens the discussion and it also doesn't look like I'm being a bossy know-it-all. But it's helpful in case someone forgot.
So oftentimes we'll want to get a close-up where the actor is looking really close to the lens, and sometimes it will be necessary to actually ask the other actor to step out because the camera needs to be there. So in this case, we would ask Natalie to either stand behind the camera or just to be offset if we don't have enough room. And we'll place the camera very close to where Natalie used to be. But the frame direction still needs to be maintained. We need to remember that Haley used to look frame right towards frame left in all of our previous pieces of coverage. So we need to make sure that Haley is looking to the left side of the camera from the camera's perspective, to the right side of camera from Haley's perspective. So either we'll ask the other actor to stand right behind camera and give Haley the eye line, Or sometimes we can put a mark on the camera so that Haley has a clear place to look to. But again, Haley will keep in mind that camera has to be to the same side of her as it was in the previous pieces of coverage, even if camera is now extremely close to her eye direction.
So for me, it's easy to think of the camera as an eye. So if I'm remembering that I've always been looking to this side of this eye, even when it was over on the other side of me far away and I was looking at Natalie, this eye, I was always looking frame left of it. So even if it comes around, it could do, a 360-degree turn and come back to me, I always remember that I'm looking at frame left, the left side of the eye.